this protein. Got to get this protein in this morning. Every morning I got to get this protein in. So as soon as you all start popping on, I'll start talking. Hey, Pastor K. Tap to see who's... Oh, wow. Okay. So now, baby, Facebook be giving all these features, honey. So let me tell you what now. I know they updated something last week on these features. So now, like, you know, when it give you the number of people who's watching, you can click that. Now I don't know about the iPhones or something like that, because I am learning that when they update these apps and when they update Facebook and stuff like that. Good morning, Susan. It acts different on everybody's phone, but you can tap the number at the top. Like, it's only showing me two people on here, but it's saying that I have 9 people on here already. So if I tap that number 9, everybody's picture will come up, even though it's not registering here on here. But anyway, I want to talk to you guys this morning about forgiveness versus unforgiveness. Let's just listen to a little song right quick. What done happened over here? Lord, it's always something happens. Oh. Oh, they had a wreck. So good. Oh, yeah. So good. Y'all know I love this song. He's been so good to me. God has been... Y'all know I have to listen to this song at least once a week. Good morning. Good morning, Jennifer. Hey, Jennifer! Jennifer Coleman is in the house from the ATL. That's my friend from the Stella Awards. Y'all check out her page, Jennifer Coleman. Lawyer. Check out her page. She does a lot. Radio personality, makeup artist. I think you do hair too. Been so good. God has been so good. So good. Good morning, CJ. Good morning, Lakeisha. Good morning, Ann. I want to take a little time to let you know. So good. That he's been real. So good. Yes, Lakeisha, he has been good and he's still good. Honey, we take for granted. We take for granted that we're here today and gone today. I mean, come on. We take it for granted. Even everything that has happened in the media, some of us still, and I'm just saying us as a whole, take life for granted. We think it's a joke. It ain't no joke. The devil wanted me to give up. The devil want all of us to give up. But touch your neighbor and say, I'm not giving up. I'm not throwing in the towel. It's not even an option for me. I can't throw in the towel. No, ma'am. No. So on this morning, I'm gonna just let that play in the background. So this morning, I want to talk about forgiveness versus unforgiveness. And then all of you all that's on here, catch me this morning at 9 a.m. I will be a follow-up guest on the David Austin show this morning, where we'll be talking about, you all have seen it all in the on social media, the Rachel Bell accusations over at the Lighthouse Church with Pastor Keon Henderson, with her being escorted off of the premises and removed from the church, and her children removed from the school over at the Lighthouse. So y'all catch me this morning, along with Pastor K will be on there, and he probably have others, but he kind of reached out to us about doing some, I guess, follow-up from the interview from yesterday. So if you guys have not heard the interview, please go to David Austin's page. Awesome interview. Y'all have to hear this. Y'all have to hear. Only thing I'm gonna say is mental illness is real, and I'm gonna leave it right there. It's real, and it's very prevalent in our black communities and our black families, and we look at it as though it's really not. We look at, hey, DeCarmen, we look at it as though it's something wrong with the next person and it's something wrong with us. But I'm gonna leave that alone. That's for the interview this morning. But anyway, I viewed, and I put the video out there. I viewed about 1:30 or 2 o'clock this morning. Okay, download. Pastor K said you can download his app on Google. Okay, yeah, download his app. Now, I have the iPhone. Is there a way I tried to download it yesterday morning on my iPhone and couldn't. It kept redirecting me back to the Google Play Store, and I don't have that, so it told me that I didn't have the device for it. So those of you who have an iPhone, just tune in live this morning, and you guys can hear the interview on David Austin's page. But if you can download it, if you have an Android, you can download it, and you can, and you can listen to it. And also, next Tuesday, I'll be with Pastor Kim. We'll be in the studio talking about mental health. Next month is Mental Health Month, and we'll start talking about it next week. So anyway, I got all of that out of the way. I don't have a sponsor this morning for this live video, so I'm sponsoring it myself. How about that? So let's talk about, whoa. Get your some praise in. Get your some praise in while you're talking about forgiveness. Hey, if you get your some praise in, it won't be hard to forgive. I want to get out of this light and dance. Woo! You know, at church, when it get really good, you do this. But anyway, 90.1. Okay, 90.1, that's for Tuesday. Tuesday we'll be in the studio, 90.1. Okay, and I'll be giving you guys more information on that as Pastor Kim give me more information. But anyway, let's talk about forgiveness versus unforgiveness. That's what I came on to talk about this morning. And I was inspired to talk about this after I reviewed at about 1:30 or 2 o'clock this morning, after I reviewed, oh my God, the awesome family of Mr. Robert Godwin. Mr. Robert Godwin is the 74-year-old man who was murdered by Mr. Stevie Steve on Sunday. Now, I did read that the video actually was not done on live video. He did it, and he actually uploaded it to Facebook. But I saw this morning, check this out, stay with me. I saw this morning where Facebook say they are trying to do something about when people upload videos like that. When people upload nudity videos and videos showing what this guy did, they're trying to find a way to block it. Now, of course, honey, trust me, they'll find a way to block it, because they find a way to filter me out and put me in Facebook jail when I use copyrighted music. So I know they're going to find a way to do it. So I did read on that this morning. So I'm happy about that, because it's not a good thing when you open up a video and you see blood, you know, people's bodies thrown. You know, the Haverstock killing a few weeks ago, they had all those bodies laying all on the ground and all that kind of stuff. You know, I go live all the time. I know what to go live on and what not to. You know, I would never go live on anything like that. But Facebook is trying to do something about that. And after watching this family, oh my God, guys, go to my page and view the family. They interviewed the family yesterday. This family is an awesome family. This family is an incredible family. This family talks about forgiveness. This family talks about The son, Robert Godwin Jr., talks about on Sunday when his little brothers, because, you know, old man Pawpaw, 74 years old, had small boys. So I guess he divorced their mother, his older kid's mother. I don't know how it happened, but it's kind of self-explanatory, right? So he had, I thought somebody said 11-year-old twins, but I heard the sisters say he had 11-year-old and an 8-year-old. So I'm not for sure of the ages of the smaller children that he had. Yes, that family is an example how it goes. You're right, Dana. Oh my God, I was in tears. I could not stop crying just listening to the son, first of all, the daughters. And they say how the Kardashians has reached out to them. Wesley Snipes has reached out to them. Different people, and they're Pentecostal, because they say the head over PAW has reached out to them. So, and when the daughter said, she said, we don't like what happened. She said, but we believe God allowed this to happen in order to get the attention of what's going on in the world. She said, forgiveness needs to be done. She's saying more people need to be saved. More people need to be brought to Christ. She says, so this right here has made worldwide in 24 hours. It has reached celebrities. Y'all view the video of the family. And she said that, talked about, well, let me go back to the son. The son said, and it's in the interview, I posted it. The son said that when the smaller, his smaller siblings, meaning Mr. Godwin's younger boys, came over to the house on Sunday, and they got out of the car screaming and hollering, Daddy's dead, blah, blah, blah. He said he jumped in the car, and the boy's mother took him to the scene. By the time he got to the scene, they had already had the tape out, cleaned up the tape and all that kind of, had taken the body up. And I'm just letting you all know, and this is already out. You know, the son talked about it yesterday. But I'm gonna show you how God is a sovereign God, and how God will have you to forgive even when you don't want to forgive, okay? Through this family. And he said that when he got to the scene, he said, no. He said he just felt, you know, I guess just drained, empty on the inside. He said when he got there, the only thing he could see was tape. And he said, well, what hospital do I need to go to? Where's my father at? And he said the detective told him, wait a minute, we're going to send somebody over here to talk to you. And he said when the lady detective came, he said he read her vest and it said homicide. And he said he knew right then and there that it was true that, he said he knew that it was true that his dad had been murdered. And he said his first thing was, I'm finna go get him. He said he hit 90th Street or something like that, whatever is there in Cleveland. He said he got on there and he was going fast or trying to go fast or whatever. He was literally looking for this guy, looking for him. And he said something told him to go home. He went home and he said he hadn't too long gotten out of the hospital. So he said he had meds. He took meds and because he wanted to go to sleep. And he said the Lord just came over him and gave him such a peace. And he said, listen to this now. This is the son of the murdered victim. This is the son. He said as he laid down, check this out. He began to ask God to forgive him for having those thoughts and feelings to go and do something to the man that murdered his dad. Come on, somebody. Y'all got to get this thing. He asked God to forgive him. He said, God, forgive me for the thoughts that I had that I wanted to do to this man. Come on now, y'all. That ain't nothing but God. Tell me that ain't nothing but God. And we walking around here having malice in our heart because somebody said something we didn't like. We walking around here having hatred for one another because we don't like what somebody did. Come on now. This man murdered this man's father. And he said before he went to bed, before he closed his eyes, y'all go back and view it. I swear to bring tears to y'all. He asked God to forgive him for having thoughts of doing something to that man. He said, and he slept so peaceful that night. After he asked God to forgive him, he said his wife had to wake him up yesterday morning because he slept just that peaceful. God gave him a peace. The family, the sisters, they say they have no ill feelings on Mr. Stevie Steve. They say, we forgive you. And one of the sisters reached out and said, we love you. We love you. We forgive you. We love you. We want you to get some help. Check this out. The family also said, we know this was not him. They say it was an evil spirit. Come on now. It was an evil spirit. Let me turn this off. They say when you look at the man, that you can see. That's why I say mental illness ain't no joke. It ain't no punk. The man snapped. Am I justifying what he did? Absolutely not. Because I I'm talking about forgiveness, but I feel he should be tortured, and God gonna have to deal with me on that. But to hear this family say that the man needs help. The man this is a murdered victim's kids, grown women, grown men, grandkids. They're saying, we love you. We don't hate you. We understand now this is going to bring the world closer together. We understand. They say everything their dad wanted to do, he got a chance to do. They say this past Thanksgiving, the only one of his desires was to have all of his kids under one roof. They say they made it happen this past Thanksgiving, not knowing that this day would come, or Sunday would come, not knowing that the man would not live to see another Thanksgiving. So when you have, what am I saying? When you have loved ones that say, I want family to get together, or I want you to forgive this one, or I want you to forgive that one, or I want this and that to happen, you never know. You never know why they're asking that. You never know when it's going to be the last time you see them. But for them to say it wasn't him, that daughter, and the two daughters, was three daughters, but the two daughters said, we know it wasn't you. We know you snapped. We know it's an evil spirit that came into you for whatever you were going through. You felt, I guess they were saying that when he got so angry, when he snapped, the evil spirit had him to do that. This is a family talking. They're not trying to get back at him. They are not trying. This family, oh my God, they should hold an award. They should start some kind of show with this family, forgiving reality show or something, because and I forgive, and as I listened to them, as I listened to the interview, I started going back through my mental faculties, and I started saying, God, have I forgiven everybody? Because I'm not one to I may hold a few grudges because I don't forget, but I'm not going to walk around here and not forgive you. I'm not going to bust hair wide open over that I'm not going to do. You ain't, honey, let me tell you, I ain't giving you that much power over me to do that, but there's some people I forgive and I move on and I don't deal with no more. But I'm not going to ever not forgive anybody. But it made me go back through my mental faculties and say, God, have I forgiven everybody? God, is there anybody who I'm even holding grudges against? We're looking at a family who's not even holding grudges. We're looking at a family who's saying, we love you. We're looking at a family that's telling everybody else, y'all need to let things go. Y'all need to forgive. And let me tell you, when I say forgiveness versus unforgiveness, now the flip side to unforgiveness, sickness, illnesses in your body. Am I saying everybody gets sick because they haven't forgiven? This AC is going in my face. No, that's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying unforgiveness will breed those things. Unforgiveness will breed hatred within your heart. You be walking around wondering why you don't like people. Unforgiveness will breed bitterness in your heart. You be walking around wondering why you so bitter. Unforgiveness breeds being a bully and wanting to always tell everybody what to do, always yelling at everybody, always just wanting to have things your way. If it ain't my way, it's the highway. Well, honey, in my life, get the highway. Hit the highway. Because ain't nobody finna torture me by controlling me. Unforgiveness brings about all of those things. But the number one thing and y'all could Google it and research it, the number one thing unforgiveness brings about is illnesses in your body. You be wondering, why am I so sick? Why am I keeping these headaches? Why am I, why is my legs hurt? You never know what the illness will be. But when you don't forgive, when you walk around, let me tell you something, God forgives us 70 times 70 a day. That's a whole lot. Come on now. God is saying, even though I know you nasty, God knew we was crippled when he called us. He knew we was dirty and filthy when he called us. But you know what God said? I'm a sovereign God. I'm going to forgive you anyway. A lot of you do things because you know not what you do. But for those like me that willingly do things, and God still come in and say, my daughter, I'm going to still forgive you. My son, I'm going to still forgive you. And we walk around and still dislike people. We walk around still hating people. What if your day come to where you die and can't get it together? What if your day come, Lord forbid, you're in a car wreck and you don't have time to ask for forgiveness? What if something happened just like with Mr. Godwin, to where somebody walks up on you and murder you and you can't say, God, forgive me? you going straight to hell. You can't make it to heaven with that in your heart. You can't make it into heaven with that within your spirit. You just can't. So on this morning, do yourself a favor. Do yourself a favor. It ain't for the other person when you forgive them. It's for you. You're freeing yourself. You ain't freeing nobody else. You're freeing yourself. You're freeing yourself when you forgive people. Not, you ain't got to be around them. And really, it's something else. I'm about to start detaching myself away from people that walk around with these mean, evil spirits. Because they may snap one day and see me, and because I'm all chummy and always happy, they may snap and want to do something to me one day. Birds of a feather flock together, peas in a pod. I'm making that executive decision. You know, if I'm around people and they always talking about they hate this, they ain't forgiving it, I'm dismissing myself from it. I can't be around that kind of stuff. That's negative energy. That is negative energy. Hey, Duhart, you good? That is negative energy. And it will breed. Let me tell you, spirits beget spirits. Either their spirit going to take over you or you going to take over them. Yours going to take over them, one or the other. So choose ye this day whom you will serve. If you're going to serve God, you got to do it wholeheartedly. If you're going to serve God, you got to forgive people. And let me say something to these pastors too. Why I'm down this road. Not this road, not the physical road, this road right here. We have to show more love and forgiveness in the church. We do. We have to show more forgiveness. I don't care what people do. There's a way you do things. Forgive people and change up the ways that you deal with them. Forgive people and don't deal with them anymore. But pastors, you owe, I need to be careful how I say this. Let's just say you owe it to yourself and you owe it to God first to be that example that you want your membership to be. Forgiveness can go a long way or it can stop. And when it stopped, and you choose not to forgive, or when it stopped and you choose not to, good morning, sunshine. When it stopped and you choose not to forgive, and you could forgive people and not deal with them. But I'm speaking to these pastors. When you forgive people, I'm talking about membership, your family, or whoever. When you forgive people, at least give them the courtesy of saying, hey, I forgive you, but I can't deal with you no more. I forgive you, but I choose not to deal with you no more. Find you another church, find you a pastor who you can obey, who can be over you. Don't sit there and do the same thing that they're doing. Hey, Ms. Lyons. Oh, look at this 18-wheeler. Don't be the same thing that you're preaching against. You know, if you're preaching against, if you're preaching to your membership and telling them to forgive and to do this and to do that, and you're doing the opposite, come on now, what does that make you? It makes you a liar. It makes you a liar. And the Bible says a liar will not tarry in my eyesight. But anyway, you all have a great day. I hope this video inspires somebody to forgive on today versus unforgiveness. That is my prayer. That is my prayer. Catch me this morning at 9:00 a.m. with, again, David Austin. You can, I think Pastor K put it in the comment section. If she didn't, Pastor K, will you put it in the comment section? Because I don't know. I know it's David Austin, where I will be one of the follow-up guests this morning, talking about the Rachel Bell story with the accusations over with Pastor Keon Henderson over at the Lighthouse, where she supposedly had been put out of the church and escorted off of the premises. So she went on yesterday with her story, with her tell-all accusations, and we're just coming on today doing a follow-up. So it's not saying nobody's right, not saying nobody's wrong, because on these type of platforms you have to be careful what you say, you have to be careful how you say things. But we will talk about it this morning. And again, on Tuesday, catch Pastor K and myself, we will be in the studio at 90.1, kicking off mental health illness month, which is May. We'll kick it off on the 25th next week. So you guys have a great day. I love you all. There's nothing you can absolutely do about it. Y'all know tonight at 9 o'clock I'll come on with my regular show, and I'll put the topic out there later on today. I have several topics in my inbox. I don't know which one I'm going to use. Different people put topics in there. Y'all put topics in my inbox, and I'll decide which ones I'll do, which one I'll do tonight. All right. I love you all. There's nothing you can do about it. Peace out. One love. Bye bye.